No, but I'm real excited. So this show, tell me a little bit about the show on the 5th.
Yeah, so like you guys, like we were talking about being an independent outfit. That's kind of how we operate as a band. We don't really work with Pittsburgh promoters too much.
Not saying that we won't.
Right,
Sure.
but we just don't. It's not something we don't really.
Yeah.
It's not really something we find ourselves doing that much. We don't have any management or label, so everything we do we handle ourselves.
Yep.
So a couple times a year we throw our own party at a hall, like just like a fire hall in Dormond, where we're from, just like right outside the city. We run our own sound. We feature one band as the opener. And we have like a show that's more like, we try to make it more like the hours of a concert. So if you're a bar band, you have to play till like 1 or 1:30 in the morning, which we do sometimes, but we don't really always like to do that. So we have the show. It's $10 to get in over at the hall. It's a good time. People seem to like it. They keep getting more and more popular. At first, it seems like maybe you have to convince people to do something non-traditional, to go to a show at a place that they haven't been to before. They've never seen a show before, so they're a little hesitant. But it's a club. So the drinks are very cheap, and it's just a real simple like rock and roll party, like renting a hall and having the party ourselves. Yeah. And it helps us out because it's a good way that we, keep our budget going. Yeah. We have like, the regular cost that a band has, gasoline on the road and things like that, and the rehearsal space. And the most important thing, what we try to do is we try to every couple years have a decent amount of money to go into making a record. Mm-hmm. We've run into this really fortunate situation with a friend of ours over in Dormond who was able to purchase some really cool analog gear as he was getting out of sound engineering training. And he has it over in Dormond. His name is Matty Vaughn. He's got a place called Hollywood Studios of Dormond. If you guys, especially if people are really into like an analog type of feel, they should definitely check him out over there on West Liberty Avenue. He's got some very, very cool, very interesting gear. So it's kind of a dream setup that where we rehearse, where we live, where we grew up, there's this awesome gear. I mean, really world-class stuff. So we've made our last record totally on that. For the first time, we worked with Maddie, and we're really, really happy with it. That record's called Mother Volt. It's actually an EP, but we tracked those songs on tape with Maddie, and we can't wait to do it again. But the truth of it is, when you make records like that, you're going to have to get a little bit of a budget together before you do that. Yeah. And this party helps us do that. These type of parties, it really does help us a lot more than some other things.
Challenging when you're local and independent as far as that goes, because I know we've really had a big sponsorship push this summer, and we got some sponsors for the network.
That's great.
But we're not making any money. We got these sponsors, but. Yeah. We got to become an LLC. So basically, every dollar of sponsorship money that we've earned this summer isn't even going towards the rent or updating the gear. It's all going straight to legal fees.
It just gets recycled. It just gets recycled. It hits the, you bring in the money from merch, and it goes right back into merch. It's just like, it's the struggle. But eventually, what the goal is to have more of that coming in than you have going out. And then it's just like any business, anything you want to get off the ground, it's gonna take some time, money, and effort, to make it happen. And and luckily we enjoy what we're doing.
It makes it easier.
We really love this. We wouldn't do it if we didn't love it. I mean, there's a lot of other things we can do to make a lot more money. But we do this because we love making music. We love seeing people entertained and seeing people have a good time. To be able to get away, like. We're fortunate that we're musicians and we can play music. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody has their own way of entertaining themselves. They have to go out and be entertained, be a movie, comedy show, whatever, or hopefully a concert, So it's fun to be able to do that for 2 hours for people, and like it's not always the biggest profit, but if we can make another record to make people dance more later on down the road, then it's all worth it at the end of the day,
Definitely. So we've got. No, I agree completely. That's investing more into this space. The same thing. It's like you can provide a better product. We can maybe eventually figure out the lighting so Michael doesn't disappear.
Yeah. Should I not have worn a green shirt?
You're fine because there's no green screen behind you.
Okay.
So yeah.
Right,
so you're
cool.
cool.
All right.
So it's this end here. So, but yeah, so we've got August 5th, that's 8 p.m. at the Fire Hall in Dormond, correct? And then also we have the 12th at the Brewfest, and that starts at, the first session starts at 1 p.m., and you guys are in the second session, which runs all the way till 8 p.m., so you can get your tickets at ShowClicks. You can also, I'm sure, find that at the borough's website as well.